have practice, you want to watch the film first. It seems like these guys act like, most of them act like they like to practice, so that's a positive. You can always build off of that. Running the ball, it seems like they got pretty good spirit running the ball. You know, a lot of guys like football. You're in trouble if you have a group where they don't act like they like football. So, we can build off all that. Probably fewer mistakes today than what we've had the first couple of days.
Biggest thing you're emphasizing technique-wise with your defenders?
Well, I mean everything. Getting off blocks, tackling, angles to the ball, how to play the ball, pad level. I mean, I can go on to every single fundamental that goes into it. We'd probably be here for a while. But we're trying to hit all of them, and when you have a limited amount of time in a day, you can only hit so many of them, so you try to take the most important ones first. Obviously, practicing on all the little fundamentals that go along with tackling, and then you can put it together when the full tackle days, that's one thing. And then if you can't get off a block, then you can't run to the ball, then you can't make the play. And then we start talking about the back end guys. We're trying to work on how to play the ball, how to get into a position to keep the receiver from being able to play the ball. They caught a couple of balls on us today that was thrown up that were basically, you say it's a punt, but it's 2 or 3 guys, fighting for the ball, and we have to win way more of those than when we lose. And so we're practicing how to play the ball in the air and practicing angles. Again, it's back to all those little bitty things.
I'm getting a sense from listening to the other two guys that you're coaching them as much on how to practice as you are coaching football right now.
Well, and there's a lot of off-the-field issues that go with that, as far as teaching them how to take notes in meetings, how to listen, how to sit in a chair properly. I mean, it's really goes back to, I got to separate a couple of guys in my room because when they're together, they don't do just like they need to. I mean, it's just, you would think, I mean, it's not the NFL though, it's college. It's still guys are in school, and we're trying to hit every angle to try to get them to be the best they can be. How to study film, when to study film. It's not, I had some guys did it, I looked on the video guys have a printout of when they watch film, and it was at like 1 in the morning. I'm going, what are we doing here? It's like defeating the purpose. So anyway, it's just like every little detail of that stuff is being hit. So
this isn't any different than any place else you started, right? The kids are kids, right? Usually.
Yeah, I mean it is some. I've been some way worse. And it may be 1 or 2 that was the same as. I'm not saying it's that much. I can think of a couple that were a little bit harder, and it's just a matter of getting guys to kind of understand the routine that you want them to do. If you allow something, then they're going to do it. Like I had someone looked at his phone in a meeting yesterday. I said, "Come on, really?" So you can really get ugly and start doing all that, or you can just say, hey, really, you got to know, the daggone right thing. Let's do the right thing. So most of the guys are trying to do the right things.
And when they in film, you'd rather have them rest and get in the film and watch it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, all right. So
but they get some sleep monitors,
you're not patting them on the back.
Well, but they are young, and I remember a whole bunch of times when I was in college. Since it was a long time ago, nobody can get on to me anymore. Where I probably got an hour, and then we were up at Saturday morning workouts or something. I remember a few of those. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, but somehow survived it.
How important is patience at this time of year when you're installing?
Well, it's the funny thing about defensive coaches. They're like the old buzzard sitting on the tree, right, where the one buzzard says to the other buzzard, "Patience, my ass, I'm going to go kill something." Okay? You don't have, we're kind of shoot first, ask questions later. Typically, personality-wise, I know Coach Brown's a little bit different than that. I think it's offensive coaches they're more on the mental side of it. And they think about repercussions and how everything's going to fit and everything.
Kind of wraps up the difference between offensive and defensive linemen, I guess.
Well, maybe so. So I don't know. All I know is as long as they're trying they're going to make mistakes, and then we'll correct them. And you know, if we can not have too many repeated mistakes. I talked to safeties the other day about when you go to police academy, they want those people to draw their weapon 1,000 times before they certify them to be legit. Well, 1,000 reps is a lot of reps. So we got 1,000 reps we got to get in here in spring ball.
So you're someplace in between spoon feeding them and shooting a fire hose out.
You know, it's not that bad. I mean, we're good. I mean, we're making progress, and as long as we can stack, I think I was somewhere where they had that dissertation where if you put pennies together, okay, and you just keep stacking them, and you like double them and stack them and stack them and stack them, at the end of a month, you get a lot of money. So we're just going to try to stack the days together. You know, I learned from an old coach one time that you just take care of this day and worry about this day, take all the air out of this day, and then we'll go to the next one tomorrow. So.
From a philosophical or scheme pattern, I'm sure that was maybe some stuff you addressed before, the physical stuff. How much relearning or reconstructing of like safeties that have different responsibilities slightly than last year, or linebackers?
Oh, it's not even. They just needed to etch a sketch, shake it, and go.
Well, there's no carryover at all with your scheme. I mean, it's a whole new deal. I mean,
Yes.
you seeing any of the old stuff popping up in these guys?
I mean, there's some stuff, fundamentals. They want to open their hips on the safeties. Want to open their hips. D linemen, first thing they want to do is try to get into a pass rush mode. But I mean, it's all right. There's a lot of. I saw a lot of things today that we've been coaching, and I hope that they have Sunday and Monday off. That Tuesday we ain't back starting again. So hopefully we keep getting carryover.